I'm standing here with Grubby at Dreamhack Open Stockholm. So unfortunately you went out was it today or yesterday?
Today.
Okay. Who did you face and why did it go so bad for you?
I faced Linok and I think I just wasn't up to it this time.
Yeah, well, it's understandable because Linok is like the beast. Well, now over to more like HOTS and Wings of Liberty. How do you feel like HOTS have changed the game? Is it more like Warcraft 3, or are you more feeling like you can really improve at this?
I don't think it's like Warcraft 3 at all, but I think HOTS is a more fun game to watch for people at home, and I think it's more fun to play, and it's more diverse, at least for now.
Okay, I think I heard you say on your stream before that you think the mothership core is really fun to use. Do you think that it's a bit too gimmicky as a Protoss unit, or?
No, I don't think it's gimmicky at all.
Well, it seems like I feel like it's kind of a hero unit instead of like more of the StarCraft 2 feeling.
Heroes do a lot of damage and die very slowly.
Okay. That's a good point. Then the VCS thing that's been created here in Europe, how do you feel about that?
Yes, all over the world, right? I think we really needed something that tied all the stories together, and WCS is it. And even though some improvements may need to be made to address certain issues, such as I think protectionism, protecting a country's growth, as Kat described on Reddit, I think is very important. So I think something needs to be done with the region lock. But already I think it's still an improvement to have tournaments all add up points together to a common goal in the end of the year. So it's good. It's much better than nothing, many times better. And it's better than many other options. But maybe it's not perfect yet. That's okay. None of us are perfect.
Okay, and then I've heard some players complain that it's too many invites to the tournament. Do you have any thoughts about that?
We must always consider many different points of view and interests. For the players, speaking from a collective player point of view, I would say yes, too many invites. Speaking from a broadcaster, tournament organizing point of view, I would say it's perfect. Because if I imagine I'm them, there was so little time to put these things together. If they had a choice, they would spend many months neglecting all their other duties and just plan everything, do qualifiers, have a whole comprehensive system. But look, already there was almost 2 months no tournaments recently, and that's okay. We all get more hype for the rest. Off season is good, but still, they want to get things underway. I'm sure they didn't have a lot of time, and everyone in esports is wearing many hats. Players are casters, players are streamers. Same thing with like esports teams of companies, or for a DreamHack, like everyone's doing so many things, right? So I can understand that when there's a limit of time, they had more invites than would be purely ideal for a fair process of new up-and-coming players and so forth. There were opportunities for new players, but maybe not enough. Then again, strictly speaking, most of the people who would try to qualify, I'm not saying everyone, but let's say if we look at Europe, I think a lot of people who were invited, they might have also managed to qualify out of all the players that are there. Let's say if it was region locked. I think there would be possible to qualify if all you needed to be is top 32. That's just some speculation, and I know it's not perfect, but and for me, like, yeah, I feel happy, lucky that I got invited because I don't have the risk of losing in a quali. On the other hand, I also feel confident I could have qualified, but we'll never know. The decisions were made, I guess, to preserve what time they had and get things underway. So I must really say that I understand all points of view, both the complainers, but I also understand the necessity.
Okay. And then a last question: do you think that you will win any tournament soon? Because your results are really good, but you're never getting over that last bump.
I don't know. I don't really concern myself purely in terms of victory and defeat. I think the important thing is to lay one brick at a time and then build the wall. I don't concern myself with having a wall up tomorrow or anything like that. I just, as long as I am improving, I'm happy. And if I stop improving, then will be cause for worry. If the results are destined to follow, they will.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Can I